Locked.
Okay. Let me help you with that.
Oh, awesome, dude. Cool. I'll stop sharing now. I'm hogging all the spotlight. Sorry.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, you can check again. Right?
Just a sec. Okay, cool. Let me refresh. Sweet, man. That works. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Okay.
Sebastian. Nice seeing you here.
Hey, Saul. Can you hear me?
Hey guys. Yes, we can hear you.
Javier, why
Okay.
didn't you introduce yourself with Lucien since that you just joined us yesterday?
Yeah.
Share your camera, Javier.
Hey.
Hi, Luisina.
Hey Javier, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Can you tell us more about your background? What are you trying to sell on Upwork? What kind of services? What is your focus?
Okay. My focus is I found in different in better aspect in the cloud. I'm finished for the materials in specialty in IR. Other focus is I don't know, is to make different process for the data in my life.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. So you just started your Upwork course, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So as you see, I'm the one who is responsible with Upwork part. So we're doing this live sessions. We're doing Upwork Q&A. We're doing live reviews of Upwork profiles. And once you plan to start your Upwork account, you're welcome to share it with us so that we could give you some feedback and some help on how to build it correctly. And also, you are welcome to post your questions in the community. I'm trying to answer all the posts within hours, or like maximum within 24 hours. So you are welcome to include us in the process, okay?
Okay, it's good feedback.
Okay, all right. Okay, hi guys, Roberto, Tanya. I think we'll start the masterclass. So last time we started discussing how to build an optimized profile. So we were going through some tips, some tested tips, some general recommendations on how you can build your profile so it looks optimized, selling, and attractive to your client. So last time we discussed the profile photo, the rate, the specializations, and profile titles, and we will continue from profile descriptions. In other words, overviews. I'll start sharing my screen. Okay. So guys, let me start with saying that there are tastes are different and there is no one unique formula for everyone, but this can be a guide. This can be a little help for you to understand if you're going in the right direction, or if you do not know how to structure it properly, this can help you. Okay. I put together some structures and questions that will be useful for any specialist in any service category. So let's start with the questions. What kind of questions your profile description or your profile overview need to answer? So first of all, who is your customer? Who do you help with your services? And I think everything about your profile, every profile parts start with answering this question. Who is your customer? Who do you help with your services? So the clarity starts from answering this question. Okay, so your profile description should always answer this question, and your client needs to see the answer to this question very quickly. We'll talk about the structure later, but right now let's discuss the questions that your profile description needs to answer. So once you know who is your customer, who do you help with your services, the next question is, what is your customer looking for? What's their problem? So you are trying to help somebody, you are trying to help your customer, but what kind of specific problem you are solving? And it's like very easy to sell something when it is solving a specific problem. And if the problem is a really painful problem, then your service sounds like it's a solution. And if you are clear with who you are helping with your services, and you are painting and you are pointing to a specific problem, there is lots of clarity in your profile. And when your ideal client comes and sees that you help them with your services and you are solving their specific problem, they will have this wow feeling, and just checking hundreds of profiles, and they may have the feeling that, okay, this guy may be doing what I'm looking for. But when you answered all of these questions and they come to your profile, they would say, this guy is doing exactly what I'm looking for. And that's when you really win. So you are already pre-qualified, right? You are already getting very specific questions about, for example, are you available to start, or where can you start, or do you have a specific experience with such companies? For example, you are saying that you're working with startups, okay? Your customers are startups, and you are creating, for example, you're helping them from, bring the idea to MVP and to final product, which is doing our Sebastian, okay? So with this clear statement, you are saying who you are helping and what you are helping them. What final results are they looking to achieve? So the final results in Sebastian's case is the scalable product. But the problem was that his client, a startup, is looking for someone who can bring their idea to MVP, to a final product. So the result is the product which is scalable, and he is doing this. He's bringing the solution to the table. And the last question, how are you going to solve their problem? So you need to explain how are you solving this problem and get the results they desire. So, because when you say, okay, I help these people, I help these companies with my services, and I solve your problem, okay, these are just words. How are you going to solve their problem and get the results they desire? So for a moment, I need to go to Sebastian's profile, if you don't mind, Sebastian. So I want to share it, and let's see how are these questions covered with his profile description. Okay? Okay. All right, so now we're reading Sebastian's profile description, and it says that he's helping startup founders and growing businesses, which is pretty clear to me. Okay, your audience is pretty clear to me. So check. We already see who you help, okay? Who is your customer. and how you help them. You turn their vision into engaging, fast, scalable, and user-friendly technical solutions. So this is about your solution. And then Sebastian is explaining, with a strong focus on front-end and mobile development using this, I craft interfaces that are pixel perfect, intuitive, and reliable. My complementary full-stack skills ensure that your front-end connects smoothly to the back-end, so you can launch and scale without friction. So this is covering like lots of pain points, because it is always about when we talk about this kind of projects, this kind of technical projects, web applications, mobile applications, people are really looking for interfaces that are pixel perfect, intuitive, reliable. Why I know this? Because I've done lots of market research around this kind of projects, and what is Sebastian mentioning there is really something his clients are looking for, startups or growing businesses that want to craft, for example, web applications or mobile applications. They are usually looking for a full stack developer, not just front end, not just back end. So his complementary full stack skills are great here. Okay, now this part, do any of this sound familiar? So Sebastian is pointing to some very common pain points that startups or growing businesses can have. So we need to launch our product quickly, but we can't compromise on quality. So this is a problem for a startup itself. So they do not have time. So the time is their most important asset. So they want to have a product very quickly, but they do not want to compromise on the quality. And this is the kind of impression they used to use in the job descriptions they are posting on Upwork, that we need like fast turnaround, but we need someone to be quick and do not compromise on the quality. So great job, Sebastian, pointing out this pain point. Designs look great in Figma, but the final product never feels the same. So this is another pain point. So they may have a design at hand which looks like great, but the final product doesn't seem to be like 100% match to the design they have in Figma. So another great point. I don't just need code, I need a developer who communicates clearly and thinks about business impact. This is something like powerful. I always used to say that you don't need to position yourself as a task doer. So you're just taking a task from a client and doing. You'd rather position yourself as a business partner. So why are you becoming a business partner? Because you're thinking about their business. You're thinking about how your work is affecting their business. What is the business impact of your work? So yes, this is kind of really complements to your positioning, Sebastian. This is a great point. Okay, and what you get when working with me, this section is also great. So you are speaking about the technical part, the deliverables, the tech, the framework you're working with, some more soft skills, clear communication, for example, and scalability and maintainability. All of these are very demanded skills, if we call them skills. All of them are very demanded, so great job covering all of them with your profile. The toolbox, I think this is a great way to show your tools kind of like separately, like very easily. When I can like quickly scrolling down, I can easily see the tools that you are using. And with this kind of technical projects, it is usually like very important for the client to see if you're using this frameworks, this software, this databases, etc. Very important. How do I know this? Again, market research, right? So I've seen lots of jobs saying that we are looking for a React Native developer. So lots of people, when posting a job, they mention, for example, the framework React Native. Okay, so sometimes they say full stack developer, sometimes they say React Native developer. But why am I putting some emphasis on this? Because the tech is very important for them. That is why I'm saying, like, bringing the tools up with this kind of section that is easily to see, very easily to grasp for the client is a good move here. Okay, and a short about Sebastian's past experience. I've built e-commerce MVPs, SaaS dashboards, mobile apps for early stage teams that needed to move fast without sacrificing quality. So he's telling that exactly what he did in the past and what kind of teams exactly he worked in the past. So if I'm a startup founder and I'm reading this description, I can see that, okay, Sebastian already did what right now I'm looking for. Okay, so he already has my favor and his profile is already pre-qualified for me. And then call to action. Contact me to book a call and talk about how I can turn your idea into a reliable, scalable product that creates value for your business. Yeah, pretty clear to me. So my next steps with working with Sebastian need to be contacting him to book a call with him so I can talk and discuss my idea. So yeah, good job, Sebastian. So we worked on the profile for a while. I want to say this for newbies. So we went through this process. Sebastian filled out his profile and he posted this in the community so that we could discuss this together. So with going back and forth, his description looks like really great. Okay, let's go back to the file. Okay. Do we have a chat here, Sol? Oh yes, we have.
Yes, on the right side.
Yes, I just saw it. Yeah. Okay, guys. Can you put there in the chat some plus if everything was clear so far, or you can come up with questions about this part, and you better ask questions. Okay. Okay, we'll move on from here. Seems like it's clear. Okay. All right. And the second part I want to share with you as a template is about how to structure your description. Again, the tastes are different and you can come up with another structure if you feel like that will be like more attractive for your client, but you can use this structure to, let's say, make your first profile description, and then you can work on it as it goes. Okay, so always you need to start with a hook, which needs to address your client's main problem or issue they face. Okay, so the first line needs to be a hook to grab their attention. So what grabs someone's attention the most when you are talking about their problem, when you're pointing their pain, and if that's a painful problem, that would definitely grab their attention. So once you spoke about their main problem or issue, you need to say how you can help. Okay, so it was exactly like this with Sebastian's case. The explanation of why you are the right person. So, for example, this part can be covered. Profile parts like, I want to show the Sebastian's profile description again. For example, this kind of parts, what you get when working with me. Okay, this is a great section to show why you are the right person. And so he's bringing the painful problems that his client is usually facing, and then he's bringing the solutions he can provide. So problem and the solution. It always needs to be this way, okay? The problem, the solution, and the results. So this sequence, it looks great on Sebastian's profile, and you can cover this section with this question with, for example, why you should work with me section, why me. You can come up with creative ideas here, but this can be a guide for you, okay? What you get with me, what I offer you. So it is always best to have like a separate section for this part, so that your client easily comes to the part, like scrolling very quickly. He already sees that, okay, I'd rather read this section and see how is this guy different or how he can help me. Okay, I'll go back to the file. All right. And then your services, the list of your services, if you want. So if you have like different services to describe, you can have like what I offer section to bring down your services. For example, in Sebastian's case, we don't have such a section, but it could be with, for example, with the deliverers, okay? So web applications, for example, mobile applications, and then like breaking down these two. So there are several approaches how you can bring your services. You are welcome to go with the market research results to see how your client puts together the description of their job posts. Sometimes like you'll see when checking like 20 to 30 jobs, you'll see that there is a pattern, people saying, for example, describing what are the roles. So you can put your services in the way that you are describing your role in a project. Okay, so for example, you can say, we will start with the discovery call. I will check your assets, or I will check your design, and then we will go through. So you can describe a process and the service itself. But you can go more broad and you say like, okay, I deliver, for example, scalable web applications. Or you can put together your services with the niches. For example, I can deliver fintech web applications, or I can deliver health tech web applications if you are trying to bring focus on the niches and attract clients from specific niches. So there are lots of different approaches to this, but what I always recommend is checking like many number of jobs available on Upwork and see what is your client looking for. So again, it starts with your client, knowing your client and knowing what's their problem, so that you put together your profile around this client and around their problem. And then a brief overview of your past experience. This section is again valuable if you have like very similar experience in the past with the audience you are targeting. For example, in Sebastian's case, it was exactly like this. I want to go back to his profile again. Okay, so here we go. He's saying, I've built e-commerce MVPs, SaaS dashboards, mobile apps for early stage teams that needed to move fast without sacrificing quality. So this, I really like how he put together this part, because people usually think about past experience as, you know, years of experience. So they usually say, I have like 10 years of experience, for example, in full stack development. So this doesn't say like much to me. Okay, you have long experience, good for you. But what did you do during this experience that is a match to what I'm looking for? On the other hand, with Sebastian's profile, I can easily see that he has done this kind of projects. So if I'm someone who is looking to create a SaaS dashboard or an MVP, or if I am in early stage, so I see that this guy already have done something similar. He has a relevant experience. And I think right now, it's no longer about the years. It's no longer about the, you know, education, because just people are looking for someone who is skilled, but who is also expert in some specific area. Because it is, I think it's objective that you have like more chances to be an expert in a specific area, not in like 10 things, but in one thing. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you need to like concentrate only on one niche or only on one service, but showing your client that you have a clear focus will help them to see you as an expert to go for a specific problem, for a specific solution. So I really how Sebastian put together this part as an experience. I'll go back to the file. And then, as I say, the last but not least, a call to action. And this may sound obvious to some of you, but I'm checking like lots of profiles when doing market researches. And there are still many people who miss this part. But you know that it always needs to end up with an action. So you're calling for an action, and it does have an effect. It does have an effect in advertising. It does have an effect in, for example, social media ads, like Facebook ads. You can remember such things, right? So the same goes for your profile, for your Upwork profile. It always needs to end with a clear call to action. What are the next steps that your potential client needs to take to start working with you or to start a conversation with you? And this is very important. You may think that, okay, this is just another sentence, but actually it does have an impact on people. When they're just reading your description and it ends with, for example, your past experience, they may go away, you know, without any action. But when you have there a clear call to action, what they need to do to start a conversation, and a clear outcome of this conversation will be better. So I'll go back to Sebastian's profile because I really like his call to action. And we'll discuss the clarity in it. So contact me to book a call. Okay, this is a clear action. You need to contact me. You need to drop me a message to book a call. So I'm calling you to have a call with me, to book a call with me. But he's also speaking about the outcome, but something that his client can expect from this call. So he's saying, book a call to talk about how I can turn your idea into a reliable, scalable product that creates value for your business. So if I'm a client, if I'm a potential client, I may think that, okay, maybe I book a call with this guy. Even if I do not choose to work with him, I will speak with him about my idea, and maybe I could hear about a process. How can this idea be turned into this scalable product that creates value for my business? At least I will gain some, knowledge, some expert knowledge about the process. Okay, so I really like this call to action. Another great example for you guys. Okay, I'll go back to the file, and guys, I want to interrupt at this part. Please let's come up with questions and discuss this. What is your experience with, writing your profile description? How were you checking the jobs available on Upwork? What were you thinking about, thinking about your ideal client? What was coming to your mind? Who wants to go? Okay, maybe this time, Roberto. Will you give us some ideas?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yes. So, have you, well, first of all, have you created your profile on Upwork? If yes, you can share it with us so we can look it together.
Yeah, I have my profile. Give me a second.
Okay.
I haven't worked out all those points, but well, let's see.
Okay, so let's do the following. You can send a profile link in the chat so we could open it together and discuss, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
It's not loading for me, but let's see if you guys can get in.
All right, let's do that. Yeah, it's very slow recently with this, the challenge they're putting there to verify if it's a human being or not. It became like very slowly.
I mean, one of the parts that I found more interesting, it's about experience. As in my personal view, I always write down like 8 years of experience or so. It seems like more interesting actually to expose what we are build or what products we have worked on. It is a different approach I haven't take, and after it seems kind of obvious for a client. It's better to read what you have done than rather X years of experience.
Yes. So right now the market is like very saturated. So in every service category there is a tough competition, and I'm not trying to frighten you, but we need to know that there are lots of other experts providing the same services as we do. So that is why you need to be like very specific, very clear who you are trying to help, how you are trying to help. And if you really have such an expertise in a specific field, that is why, yes, right now it is very important to go with the specifics. Okay, your profile is there, and we can check what kind of like questions it is answering. Okay, so you are doing API integrations, you are a software engineer, and here also you have backend development. Okay, so let's discuss. Let's go to our profile and discuss. Okay, I help businesses seamlessly connect their applications with CRMs, legacy systems, or third-party platforms, ensuring reliable and scalable communication across all systems. Okay, so you're saying you help businesses. So with your services, it's kind of like obvious to me that you're providing services to businesses. So the next question will be like, what kind of services, what kind of businesses do you help with your services? You can think about your background, your past experience to go more like specific on what kind of services. You do not need to like go very narrow. For example, you do not need to say like, I help real estate companies. But for example, real estate companies are very are the companies that usually rely on CRMs. They need this like no one. Okay, so if there is a specific niche that you are really expert there, and you have maybe several niches, for example, like real estate, customer service, I don't know, anything that, for example, CRMs is a crucial asset to them, and you can target them as your audience, that can be a good thing to do. Or, for example, you can go with business sizes. I help small to medium businesses.
Yeah, that's one thing I have questions about.
Sure.
Because well, my main experience is in finance, but with really big banks. I mean, I have worked with several banks here in Mexico. But I think like in Upwork, it's not like these big clients, or I don't know, probably I don't know, but should I put I focus on those big clients, or should I try to focus on smaller companies based on my finance experience, for instance?
Yeah, a good question. So the answer is in the market. Okay, I myself seen lots of jobs posted by financial institutions. Okay, so finance is a big niche in Upwork, like in any service category. But for you personally, you need to see that if there is still room to specialize. Okay, for example, you're thinking about positioning yourself as someone who has expertise with working with banks. Okay, so you need to see if there is enough demand for this specific expertise. So how do you see that? Every day when checking the job post, you see how many fresh jobs are there with these specific requirements. Okay, so by saying fresh jobs, I mean just check how many jobs are there posted within 24 hours, okay, during the last day, and do this exercise like several days. I would suggest do this exercise like a week to see if there are actually like a good number of available jobs are there, because you're sending proposals. For example, let's say 20% you're getting a reply, okay? So you send hundreds of proposals and you get 20 replies and you get, I don't know, three clients out of it. So there should be this like very good quality, good match, 100 jobs there, okay? So you need to make sure there is a quantity. And then the quality. How well are matching these jobs to this specific positioning? If you see their demand, if you see their room, yes, you can go with this specific expertise. But if you see, or if you're hesitant about this, like, okay, you're doubting to go too narrow, too specialized, you can go for just, the word finance, okay? You're not specifying the, if it's a bank or if it's insurance company. So you are going more a wider niche.
What I did, sorry to interrupt. What I did for a few days was to focus on crypto. I have worked a little bit into that niche as well. It is, I notice it's kind of slow. They post a few jobs every day, but not so much. So probably making it a wider search, I think it will be worth.
Yeah, maybe you can start like wider and then seeing the outcome of the bidding. Maybe you can adjust then. But I also want to remind you that you can like utilize your specialized profiles for different positionings. For example, you can go with all work profile more broadly, and you can go more specialized with the specialized profiles. Okay, so 3 different positionings you can have with these 3 profiles, but keeping in mind that your all work profile gets the most attention.
Correct.
When you are sending a proposal for a job, no matter what specialization you select, in the proposals list, your title is shown as your all work profile title. Okay, so your all work profile title needs to cover the most desired client of yours. Okay, so it always shows all work profile title. And this is very important, because people think that, okay, I'll choose the specialization and I'm a super match to the job. Like the client says that I'm a super match and they're going to open my proposal. No, unfortunately, not always they are going to see if you are a match unless they open your profile description. Okay. Okay, thanks for sharing, Roberto. Thanks for discussing with us. Keep us in the loop. You may share the market research results as you go. We can discuss it together. We can extract the insights from the data together. So yeah, let's collaborate on this. Hi, Eduardo. How are you doing, my friend?
I came in a little late.
Yeah,
I was
great.
too focused on work, but I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I noticed that. How is your first contract going?
It has extended from a weekend into now a little bit 2 weeks.
Sorry,
so,
how many?
Yeah, the 2 weeks.
Okay.
So it's an hourly contract, and
Yeah.
The initial period, so the initial weekend was already paid by the client. And yeah, we just keep on working, like increasing the scope, getting new things to work on. I provide them with clarity, and then they provide me with work.
Oh, that is great. So you're discussing their ideas, right? You're like putting together a plan for them, and they're saying you are good to go. Go and do your job.
Yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, great to hear. But are you simultaneously bidding for other jobs, applying for other jobs?
No. So I've been
No.
doing that a lot slower. Sorry. Yeah, I know I
Yeah.
probably should,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
it's I actually got 2 invitations to interview last week
Uh-huh.
from Upwork. And because I wasn't signing into Upwork every day to send the proposals, I replied to those invitations 2 days late. And that
Oh,
most likely means that I missed those opportunities because I
yeah,
wasn't signing in.
most likely. Don't you have the
Mhm.
Upwork application in your mobile phone?
I do, but I get like bombarded with, I don't know, 100
Ah, yes.
notifications every day. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the application helps me a lot. Like in my case, if I relied on my computer, I would like miss every other opportunity. So invitations are very, very valuable, and there are now many people who get these relevant invitations. Yeah, I wanted to ask if they're actually like relevant, some interesting jobs for you.
If the invitations were interesting for me,
Mm-hmm.
yes, there was one for solution architect,
Mm-hmm.
and which is like an area in which I'm intending to grow into. I'm not like the best professional in that area, but I'm growing into that. And the other one was for just software development in Ruby, which is my language, the language that I use.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the
Ruby,
two.
yeah.
So one was like a growth opportunity, and the other one was like an opportunity to do a great job.
Yeah, I see. So there is one more bad thing about answering invitation this late. So as you know, guys, the responsiveness is very important in any freelance platform and in Upwork as well. So when you like applying for invitations very late, this is kind of data about you that the system keeps there. Okay, if you're slow, if you're not responsive, the system may slow down giving the opportunity to receive these invitations. Because when clients post the job, there is a section opening which is saying invite freelancers. And there is a list of freelancers, right? This list of freelancers is suggested by the system. And you need to be like very responsive so that you have the algorithm's favor to appear in the list. And when your profile is new, you have like lots of promotion from the system side. So it is kind of doing its job to provide you with work so that you become their, Upwork's freelancer. So that you start working on Upwork, you're not disappointing, and you do not leave the platform. So yeah, be careful to use the opportunities.
Yeah, it's important to be responsive.
Yeah. Yes. Jaime, my friend, how are you doing?
Hey, hi. Sorry, I cannot turn on my camera. I don't know why.
No problem.
But yeah, it's such a great month. Also, my JSS is back at 70%. And right now I have 2 ongoing contracts that, yeah, it feels like I have 3 different jobs. But if all goes well, I might go beyond earning my salary outside of work. No, sorry, outside of my job. So, yeah, exactly. um, but yes, so far so good. Sorry, I joined late. I was also I forgot to look at the clock.
Yeah, no
But
problem. The recording will be
but
there.
yes, and I will see it several times. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, no, and also I am still trying to send 10 proposals a day. And another goal for this week is to refine my profile, actually to improve especially my portfolio, since there are new many things and skills that I can provide for clients, but that they are not being reflected or shown in my profile. Also, there is something I'd like to share. It's just a quick something that I noticed. How do I share my screen? Oh, I need your approval. I think.
So please approve.
No. Oh,
Try again, Jaime.
yes.
By the way, Lizine, you can also give him access just on his.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh
There it
yeah,
You
is.
can just press
I
the three dots and then yeah.
yeah, the three dots. Yeah. So I can see it.
Yes. Okay. I can share it now. It's here. Yeah. Okay. So this is my profile, and what I added is, well, one thing is that also I have now more reviews. uh,
Yeah, amazing.
yeah, and it is here. Yeah, based on what you shared with us, I added this.
Mm-hmm.
So what I wanted to sell here is like a quick call, 1 hour call plus a PDF follow up.
Uh-huh.
But something interesting here is that the JSS is not reflected. So these are my reviews from my profile,
Mm-hmm.
and that is what is visible. Also, the same here. There is no feedback yet for this project, but uh, overall, I think this looks better or in my favor.
Yes,
But
of
yeah, that
course. Yeah, it is automatically on all projects. It always shows in all projects. So the client could see the reviews in one list. So yes, this looks great.
yes, and that it's all on my side.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Jaime. I see you are very busy with work lately. You're not posting as much as you were posting before, but I hope you are like really concentrated on delivering quality work for your clients.
Yeah, sorry about that. I actually have a list of pending things to post because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I woke up also today at 6 a.m. and I jumped on a call a few minutes right
Yeah.
after. But hopefully I should have more bandwidth by Friday or Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know if you know about this, but you can how to say you can bring portfolio from the work completed on Upwork. Like when you are adding a portfolio item, there is a space saying add a related Upwork job. And you're kind of linking the Upwork job to the portfolio item, and it shows in the work history section as well that this project is linked to a portfolio. This is another advantage to show that this is a real case. This is a job completed on Upwork with real client, real review I have on my profile. So make sure to keep that in your mind when you have a successful job completed on Upwork.
Yeah, will do. I was not aware of that. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, this will make everything simpler.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for sharing. Okay, guys, any questions, ideas? I will let you like impress yourself freely. We have several minutes. No questions, guys? Okay, can you please give me a plus in the messages if everything was clear so far? Okay, we've got all pluses. Thank you, my friends. Okay, if you do not have any messages, just remember we have the community chat, and let's stay active and let's stay engaged together so we could create the synergy together. Okay, we are done for today, my friends. You have a great day today, and I'll see you in a week. Goodbye.
Amazing. Thank you, Nazine.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
It was a great session.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Bye.